We're now going to do a larger exercise to implement and practice everything we learned about Java so far, especially variables and operators. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a program that converts temperatures in Fahrenheit to temperatures in Celsius, and then we're going to print out that conversion. Right here is the formula we need to process the conversion from Fahrenheit to Celsius. And so what it is that the temperature in Celsius equals the temperature of Fahrenheit minus 32 times 5/9. So let's go into Eclipse. Let's create a new class for this program. So we're going to go into our code to create project. We're going to right click on, go into our default package, right click, new class. We're going to name it temperature converter. And what we're going to do is we can actually auto-generate the main method right here. Which method stubs we like to create. Let's create the main method so we don't have to type that over again. And as you can see, the main method is auto-generated right here. So the first thing that looks like we're going to need is we're going to need a variable to store the initial Fahrenheit temperature. So we're going to want to make it type double because we're going to be dealing with fractions such as 5/9. And when we're dealing with fractions, it's always easier to deal with doubles because they allow for actual decimal places, whereas integers do not. So double Fahrenheit equals, and let's just set it equal to 32 degrees right now. As you can see, I didn't just write 32 degrees, I did 32.0 degrees, and that's because double since it is a decimal number type, it does require a decimal point and a digit after it. So even though we're just doing 32 flat, since it's a double type, we have to write 32.0. Now we're going to make the Celsius variable, and we're going to set it equal to the formula. Sorry, spelled it wrong. The formula that we need right here. So this is going to use a little bit of our operations and operators. So we're going to have Fahrenheit minus 32, all that in parentheses, times 5/9. So let's go back into Eclipse. We saw it was in parentheses, so we're going to do Fahrenheit, because that references our Fahrenheit temperature right there, minus 32.0, because we're working with doubles, and times, let's put this in parentheses just to make sure everything works out correctly. We're giving doubles again, so it's 5.0 divided by 9.0. And so now we have the correct calculation for Celsius. So we have the Fahrenheit minus 32 times 5/9. So now let's print out the Celsius temperature. And what we should see is that when it's 32, it should be equal to 0, because when that's the temperature water freezes. For Fahrenheit it's 30 degrees, and for Celsius it is 0 degrees. So now let's try one other temperature just so we can make sure this works. Another one is 212.0, which should be 100 degrees Celsius. We run that and it's 100. So we successfully created a program that converts Fahrenheit temperatures as defined by this variable into Celsius temperatures using this formula. So that's a fun little quick exercise that practices what we've learned so far in Java, and there you have it. So we made a Fahrenheit to Celsius converter, and we'll see you in the next video.